know what? I'm pretty sure this guy is a social media star. He's a football star. He's just a people star in general. BYU football wide receiver standout Puka Nacua joins us. Puka, welcome to BYU Sports Nation in St. George.
It's nice. I love the vibes out here. I'm getting tan. I'm getting the UV rays right now. I need them.
Are you a TikTok guy?
As of recently, I have. I've spent a terribly amount of time on it now.
Are you going to create TikToks at some point?
I think I need to. Houston, spending this weekend with Houston, he's put me on. Houston is a TikTok guy.
Houston Amuli is absolutely a TikTok star.
Perfect TikTok guy.
Exactly. When we were on the bus ride, or our bus ride over here, he's like, I got all these ideas. And I was like, wow, I have no ideas, so I'm glad you have them
I
all.
will follow you. Yeah, exactly. Probably on a jet sweep into the end zone as well this year, right?
I agree.
Behind him.
Yes.
In both ways.
Okay. Him and Mason Wake, I've just pictured it, envisioned it in my head, like they're just bulldozing everybody in front of me.
Let's go.
What are the options that those two provide offensively that Aaron Roderick and company can play with this year?
Like two human tanks just running into everybody. Like, it's so fun to think about. Like, we got Isaac, Dallin, and then you throw in Mason. You got Carter, and then you throw in Houston. Like, just these guys that are just massive human beings that just want to run over people. We already know how Mason does. He's either going to run you over or jump right over you. And now Houston literally just wants his whole body to be on top of you after he pancakes you.
It's going to be awesome, man.
Puka Nacua is with us on BYU Sports Nation. You mentioned in the previous months during spring ball, this is essentially the first real full offseason that you've had in college where you've been healthy, which is wild because you've been playing college football for a long time. What kind of a difference has it made to just be healthy in the offseason?
It feels really good. It feels nice to be not posted up on the bed just playing video games all the time, to be out here getting workouts in, and just to get the timing and rhythm, the camaraderie to hang out with the guys, just to do all the normal activities, play spike ball out here. I've been working on my pickleball game too, just staying active. But it's been nice to not feel like I'm limited while I'm trying to prepare for season.
It's illegal not to play pickleball at least once a year in Utah County. That's a fun fact that a lot of people don't know about. Okay, I don't think it's unrealistic or unfair or even crazy to say that you can and probably will be a 1,000-yard guy this year. You only missed one game last year. Unfortunately, it was back in Vegas against Arizona. The hamstring was a little tight.
Yeah.
But 1,000 yards doesn't feel crazy. Does that feel crazy to you, or is that like a thing you want?
Oh, no, that doesn't sound crazy to me. I mean, I want to do everything that I can to help our offense this year, but me and Jaron, we got things rolling last year, and then especially with Gunner coming back, so I know we'll be airing the ball out and feel confident with us two out there, so it'll be fun. I'm excited.
At what point last year did you feel like, okay, yeah, Jaron and I do have something special going? Was there a moment or a game where you're like, all right, we're clicked in, we're dialed in?
I feel like we always had a good connection going into like fall camp and stuff for me, but I feel like there was a time where I was like, I kind of had to hit a flow state. My first couple games, every time I watched them last season, I mean, Arizona State is the one that, I mean, they had some really good DBs, and I'm like, wow, that was a game where I feel like I didn't play my best, and we were in a nail biter kind of the whole time, and then Tyler obviously came back and saved us from that. But I have to say it was I think it was a Utah State game. Even though Jaron didn't play, it was like a groove game for me to feel like kind of the confidence. So, and then by the time he came back the next game, I was like, all right, Boise State I think was our next game right after that. So it was fun to be like, okay, I know he's been ready, but now it's my time. I'm like, okay, all my mistakes are cut out, so he just got to put the ball up for me.
Well, then clearly at Baylor, you go nuts down there.
5 for 168 and a touch.
It was fantastic to talk with the Baylor fans. Everyone's like, who is that guy? Like, who is that guy? We can't stop that guy. What does that do for you, like, to have that type of confidence? And, again, now you're healthy, full healthy offseason. What does that do for you mentally?
Just being able to keep on building on it. Like, that was something, like, I think about. That's a very exciting game for me coming up this next year. I think for the whole team, just kind of how it went down. But just a confidence boost. I know what I'm capable of, and just to be able to come out and do it every game I show up. That's the plan. That's the standard. It can't be less than that now.
Big Game Boomer, the czar of lists, randomly on Twitter, put out one of the top 50 receivers, and BYU was one of, I think, 6 schools that had 2, you and Gunner. What kind of tandem do you feel like you two can be as these veteran guys on this team?
I'm excited. Last year we got the groove. It was me, Samson, Neal, Gunner, and Kibo. That was our rotation last year. So for us two to kind of be our 2 main guys coming back, like, it's exciting. We have the rhythm down, we have the timing, we have the experience, and now it's just to let Kibo, Chase, Cody, the guys who are going to be costs who are coming up this next season, to make sure that they're in the rotation, and whenever anybody's in there, there is no drop-off. We're trying to set the standard, and it's been set. Dax and Gunner and Neil were in that first year with Zach, and now they're just dwindling down to where there's one guy left. There's two of us now. I mean, Gunner being the older guy in the group. But I'm just excited. We got young, fresh guys, and for us, everybody to stay healthy, I think that's another thing. Gunner's obviously dealt with some injuries too, so for both of us to stay healthy and keep number 3 healthy, I'm excited.
That's the key, right? Keep number 3 healthy. Let's translate what you just said. Kibo is Keanu Hill.
Yep, my bad.
No, you're good. No, so everybody knows. Keanu Hill, especially the second half of the year, had a really nice year. And then you mentioned Cos. Braden Cosper had an injury in fall camp. He's going to be healthy, which will be good. Tell us about Chase Roberts and Cody Epps as well. A couple of guys that we're excited to see kind of be healthy and be in the mix.
Like sleeper guys. It's crazy that I've known Chase for as long as we have, working out with Ross and him being a Utah kid too. But to see his smoothness and his development of understanding the game and how the game speed and how to use his body in the right ways with the athleticism that he has, it's going to be exciting. I love it. And then Cody, the finesse kid, that's what I call him. He's so elite at being able to create space. His tempo is insane too. Understanding where he is in space compared to the defender, it's something that is I'm trying to learn from him. He's so good at it. It's got to be something at modern day that they're doing over there.
I know. He's Bryce Young, the Alabama quarterback, the Heisman Trophy winner. His main horse, his senior year, he has like 1,700 yards. We're like, this is Cody Epps' kid we just signed. This is awesome. He's kind of been banged up, didn't play a ton, right, the first 2 years. This is year 3 for him. It feels like this group, and like you talked about, and we were talking about with Peyton, is you weren't here in 2019, but it was like a bunch of young pups who went 7-6 and showed that they could do something special. We've seen it last 2 years. Now it's like a third-year kid in Cody, second-year kid in Chase, although it's been 4 or 5 years pre-mission. This is your second year, right? Like, you guys are all ready. Gunner's been here for 18 years. You guys are all ready to go. And it's a stacked O-line, and it's Jaron. It's like, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, the stacked every time I think about it, I'm like, man, if we can keep Jaron healthy, we'll be good. And then I think about all the dudes that I get to see in our O-line: Blake, Clark, Campbell, Joe, Kingsley. Like,
dude,
man, I would feel extra safe if I was back there getting the ball.
Kingsley, your guy from Warren, right?
Like, absolute tank. Like, that is one of the best athletes I've ever seen. I mean, Blake Freeland has got to be, because he's that much bigger and he playing basketball with him, but Kingsley's got to be up there too. Like, yeah, it's scary. He's scary strong. He's scary fast. Like, he's extra long. He's like, if I'm building a person in Madden to play left tackle, I might pick Kingsley. Like, I just need you.
Physically?
I'm just putting you right in the game.
Hey, you were getting some love on social media for your pickup basketball game just the other day.
Hey, what happened? What happened?
Hey, well, apparently Puka went off, and BYU fans are like, hey, maybe Mark Pope should talk to Puka Nacua.
You know what you don't need in the transfer portal? We got him on campus. Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully, man. I love basketball.
Did you replace Neil as the best basketball player on the team? Because everyone said Neil was the guy.
Oh, I don't know. We've never had that one-on-one. I didn't know that was the word on the team.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, I was going to say, Neil never said that to me, that's for sure.
Who is the best pickup basketball player on the team? Besides you?
Besides me, Thomas Gunter is really good.
I mean, Blake's freakishly athletic, right?
Blake and the Barrington brothers are actually both really good at basketball, surprisingly. That caught me off guard. I don't know how Clark's doing with his shoulders anymore, but he's got it. Connor Pay. I want to say all the linemen are actually really good. Yeah. Wow. They're all of them.
I love that because you've got to have good footwork in basketball.
Yeah.
You can't be slow and stiff. So that's great news.
Yes, it is. Dallin and Isaac are really good too.
Yeah.
Isaac is an absolute hooper. He's like, that's your prime power forward right there. Mid-range to the 3. Like, if I'm picking,
see that.
Yeah, he's really good.
We're giving the basketball coaches ideas right now.
Yes, and he probably made a 3. He had a funny TikTok the other day where he reacted to something, and what did he say? Oh, my fetching heck! Yeah.
Huge personality. As is Puka Nacua, who's with us on BYU Sports Nation. Okay, Sampson's gone. He's with the Indianapolis Colts. Kai's doing his thing in the NFL.
Jets at the moment?
Yep.
Hopefully it lasts, right?
You don't have a brother playing with you now to adequately celebrate and, I mean, someone to slap your helmet. So who's the guy that fills that role now if it's not your brother?
I think hopefully it's Jaron. Jaron and Kibo, or at least Gunner, the guys that are going to be on the field. I know me and Jaron have been planning some things. I don't know if Jaron will be as excited if I'm yelling and trying to hit him in the head. But I think Jaron will for sure be the guy to get me.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or Kibo. Kibo will get me too. We got some handshakes together.
Yeah, I looked up a good stat that I liked about you. Among players with at least 40 grabs, you were 8th in the country in yards per catch. Is being a bona fide deep threat really important to you? Because you were really good last year in that.
I think so, and then just trying to expand my game. I love the deep ball, and I feel like that's where I thrive. Body control is something that you have to have in the deep ball, and that's something that we work on a lot. Especially, I love watching Gunner being able to move. He's so under control, especially when he gets deeper down the field. But then just to make sure that everything from the top down is where I can thrive, of running intermediate routes to short route. It's a quick game that we do. I'm trying to be the most complete receiver I can be.
And jet sweeps, I didn't look up your yardage there, but it felt like you were getting like 8 a pop consistently.
Hopefully,
that became really good.
I love the jet sweep. It's nice. We get our motions in the game, get the defense moving, and especially with all those linemen, the athletes that we got. If he gets 5 yards in the DB in front of me, sorry for that DB, but we're getting out of there.
What's the best bit of advice you've received from your older brothers? Because you are so close, and now they're doing their own NFL thing. So what are they telling to you as you eventually are pursuing the same thing, but, you're still at BYU? So what's the best bit of advice you've received from them?
Have they given you any?
Yeah, yes, always. I wouldn't say if it's advice or criticism. Okay. I think it comes as one.
Sure.
But I think Kai, the one thing that we've learned from Kai and that he always says is consistency is key. Like, it becomes your job, but the things that you do right now in the summertime are the things that are going to carry you through the rest of the football season, the habits that we're building right now. And then consistency is key, and then your best ability is availability. If you're not available to play, then it kind of stinks that you can't help your team just being on the sideline. So taking care of our body, we play a physical game. You got to stay as healthy as you can. We got 12 big games this year, so I'm trying to be out there for every single one of them, as many snaps as possible, or as many snaps as I'm needed. So those are the two things that they say the most.
And shameless plug, I mentioned it with Peyton. Go and watch The Deep Blue about you and Samson and the story of your dad and how emotional it was last year on the Arizona game. You're going to be back there on October 8th against Notre Dame, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be special. You didn't get to play in that game last year.
Yeah.
This year you get a showcase to the country.
I know. I'm excited. That'll be fun. And to go back to the city, I'm excited. It's one I definitely have marked.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So let's finish with the schedule. Okay, when you look at the 12-game schedule that's been built up for 2022, and then knowing that BYU is going to the Big 12 in 2023, what do you think about the challenges that are ahead of BYU football? Why do you feel like you're ready for that?
The challenge is big this year. I think it's risen the last couple years of the consistency of the teams are going up. And last year we went 5-0 against the Pac-12, but the consistency of playing that level every game is what I feel like what Kai's always saying. If your best ability is availability. So when you play the bigger, stronger, faster teams that you play more consistently, and then we get our bye kind of towards the end of the season, you got to stay healthy. Every game's going to go and be a grind, and you might come out with some bumps and bruises, but that's what Sunday recovery is for. You go to church and you get your recovery in. But I'm excited. I think being healthy is our biggest thing. Just like we've kind of been talking about, we got guys who have showed what they can do, and as long as everybody can come back and stay healthy, I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be walking out 12-0 this year.
That's the hope. You aim for that, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. And you'll play Utah Tech as well, just down the street on BYU TV, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, Puka, let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma. You know the drill. You come on the show, you get karma, and you go to another level, brother.
Yeah.
Okay? It's that simple. So you hear the Gregorian chant in your ear. Now you know you're receiving the karma.
We need this to be the BYU men's chorus one day, by the way.
Let's go. And for the record,
I thought we were playing Halo.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Was it, as a former Pac-12 guy at Washington, was it a little extra sweet to go 5-0 against the Pac-12?
Oh, most definitely. Especially playing some like the Utah game. Obviously, we beat them my sophomore year in 2020 up at Washington. For BYU and ourselves, and for my brother to see that was obviously great. But then to go into the Coliseum, I was committed to USC for a majority of my senior year of high school. So,
I didn't realize that. Wow.
Yeah, so it's nice to go back. I mean, that was the whole thing. Everybody wants to go play in the Coliseum, and I scored a touchdown in the Coliseum, and then we beat the Trojans in the Coliseum. So I don't know how much better it can get than that.
It was pretty awesome.
Let's go. Hey, great to have you, Puka. Thanks for the
coming
time,
on,
man.
Yes, anytime.
Always good to see you.
Let's go. Puka Nacua, BYU football at the BYU Fan Fest.
Okay, coming up.